Welcome back. Look at this sentence. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. This was said by Noam Chomsky in his generative grammar. Gentlemen, today in this session, we are going to focus on tree structure, which is actually a topic from syntax. We know that words are converted into phrases and phrases are converted into clauses or sentences. So, as I have mentioned that colorless green ideas sleep furiously, this was a famous sentence that was coined by Noam Chomsky. So, necessary things which are to be known before developing a tree structure, they are as follows. We know that there are nouns, there are adjectives, then there are verbs, adverbs, pronouns, and then we have got determiners, and lastly adpositions, which include prepositions, etc. as well. So these are the areas that we need to know before going into detail. So let's discuss them, as we know that we already know some of them. Nouns are actually the naming words. As we know, cats are there, and then we can say hat, paper, these sort of words, etc. These are naming words. So nouns are naming words. Once we develop that tree structure, we have to consider, we should be knowing that what are nouns. Then adjectives are actually adjective describe nouns. So we know that adjectives basically describe nouns. Like if I say red and high and ugly, these sort of words, etc., they are actually describing nouns. Means these words are going to describe nouns. That's why we call them adjectives or describing noun words or describing words. So actually they are the words which describe nouns. That's why they give some feature or some quality to those nouns. Then comes verbs. We know that verb shows action. They may show some state, but normally they show action. Then we have got adverbs. We know that adverbs describe verbs. Normally they describe verbs, or they may describe another adverb or an adjective as well, but they normally describe verbs. As we know, slowly, fast, etc. Then we've got pronouns. So pronouns are actually similar to, they are similar to nouns. But they are going to point someone. They are actually, they are meant to point toward some noun or to someone. So basically pronouns are similar to nouns. They take the place of nouns. They can be used in place of nouns, but we know that we have got three persons: first person, second person, third person, etc. They are very important in order to develop this tree structure in syntax. Then we have got determiner. Normally we know that a, article a, and which are indefinite article, and then we have got definite article the. They are taken as determiner in tree structure. But apart from that, we may take possessive pronouns as determiner. Possessive pronouns, we know that his, her, their, etc. These are possessive pronouns. Similarly, demonstratives can also be taken as determiners. What are those demonstratives? Like this or that, these sort of words, etc. They are demonstratives. And similarly, there are some quantifiers. They are also to be taken as determiners. What are those quantifiers? They are one, some, many, etc. These sort of words, they are actually quantifiers. So they are, all of them, they fall in the category of determiners apart from articles a, and the. Then comes and position. We know that and position is actually preposition that is followed by some additional information or some adverb. So preposition, and that is added by some adverb. So that is actually adposition. For example, if there is a noun that is followed by some adverb, so that is going to be called an adposition. This is going to include preposition as well. So apart from this, if we understand what is the phrase structure rules, that is also very important in tree structure or tree mapping. So that is, what is that phrase structure, that is to be understood. So what are those phrase structure rules? Let's go through them. First of all, one sentence is converted into two phrases. Number one, NP, or noun, we may call it noun phrase. And the other one is VP, that is verb phrase. We should be knowing that a sentence must have a noun phrase and a verb phrase, without which, noun phrase is the subject of a sentence and verb phrase is going to act as a predicate. So without noun phrase and verb phrase, we can't have any sentence. So a sentence, S stands for sentence over here. So it should have a noun phrase in it, means there should be some subject, and it must have a verb phrase, means there should be some predicate. So second one is NP. What is NP? Now, NP is actually the combination of determiner. It may have a determiner plus an adjective plus there should be some noun in this determiner. For example, if I say the tall boy, if I say the tall boy, the is going to be called determiner, tall is going to be called adjective, and boy is noun. So noun phrase consists of determiner, adjective plus noun, and apart from that there will be another, that is PP. PP means prepositional phrase. So it may have a prepositional phrase as well, but this is for sure that a noun phrase should be having determiner, adjective, and a noun. Sometimes it may have determiner and noun, sometimes it may have only one noun, so that is to be called a noun phrase. But if it may follow some prepositional phrase as well. So sole noun can also be called noun phrase. Then comes PP. What is PP? We know that this is prepositional phrase. So prepositional phrase is always going to have a preposition followed by a noun. That's why we call it noun phrase. So it should have a preposition first, then there should be a noun phrase. Means if I say in the town, so over here in is a preposition, the town is noun phrase. So in the town, this is actually PP. Then we have got last one, that is VP. What is that VP? This is going to include a verb, and it is going to follow some, it may follow some noun phrase, and noun phrase may follow a PP, and there may be some adverb towards the end. Means that adverb may be called adposition as well. So a verb phrase consists of a verb, either it is an auxiliary or main verb, followed by a noun phrase. It may follow some prepositional phrase or some adverb. In some cases, a verb phrase may consist only one verb or main verb. That may also be called noun phrase. Before concluding this session, let's see one sentence in order to develop the structure. For example, if I say there is a sentence that is, the tall tree fell into the rivers. The tall tree fell in the river. So if we have that tree structure in order to understand the concept, so that sentence can further be divided into two phrases, that is noun phrase and a verb phrase, VP. So NP and VP are two actually phrases over here. But if we further draw that tree diagram over here, then this noun phrase consists of two things. Number one, there is going to be, rather three things are there. Three. Number one is this determiner, that is the. Then we have got tall, that is an adjective. So this is the tall, and then this one is a tree, and tree is a noun. So this one is a noun. So we can say that the over here is a determiner, tall is an adjective, and tree is a noun. And this all three words, they are going to make a noun phrase. Similarly, fell is a verb. If we take it as verb phrase, then it is main verb, MVP, main verb phrase, and this is main verb, that is fell. Then we've got in the river. Again, over here we can see that this starts with a preposition, so this is going to be called a prepositional phrase. But before that, it is to be converted into PP. PP then converts into a preposition, that is in, and this PP is going to further subcategorize into NP. NP means this is a noun phrase, this whole is a preposition phrase, but this the river is a noun phrase. This can further be divided into a noun, that is a river, and this determiner, that is the. So we can easily draw a tree structure or tree map in order to understand all the phrases and all the, the sentence can further be subcategorized into noun phrase and verb phrase, and then noun phrase can further be subcategorized into determiner, adjective, and noun in order to analyze the sentence. Then this verb phrase can have two parts. Means the main verb means there is going to be a main verb, that is fell, and then prepositional phrase in the river, and in is a preposition, and then in the river is going to be called noun phrase, and that noun phrase has got two constituent parts, that is the is a determiner and river is a noun. Hopefully you got the idea, and in coming lectures we are going to have this tree structure in syntax. We are going to discuss in detail. Hopefully you get the idea. This was an introductory session about the tree structure of the sentence in syntax. Thank you.